Assembling the train. So now that we have all the parts for a train, it's time for us to put them together into one part. So we're going to do an assembly. We are going to do the standard assembly. Alright, once it opens up, the first thing we need to do is place our parts. I like to place one part at a time. Some people like to pull all the parts out. It's sort of a personal preference. The first thing we're going to do is pick our base part. Our base part's the one that we want to attach everything to. So for the train, the most logical base part would be the train body. So I'm going to place that and click. I only need one, so I'm going to hit escape. And there's my train body. I'm going to go over here, right click, and ground it. So this now has become my base piece that I'm going to build on. The next thing I need to put in is the cow stack. Cow stack is the stack. And there we go. Alright, I only need one of those. So, things you need to think of. Right now, this is free moving. It can move in any direction. It can spin. It can rotate. It can do whatever. When I attach it to the train, we need to limit the degrees of motion, and a lot of that depends on what you want it to be able to do. I do not want the stack to be able to move in this direction, or in this direction, or in that direction. I am okay if you can kind of spin the stack in the train, since that's not something that's very common. So when I anchor it, that's sort of what I'm keeping in mind. Also remember that less is more. You want to put enough constraints in to get the job done, but you do not want to over constrain. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do an insert, and I'm going to take, and don't be afraid of zooming in, I want the bottom of that to be inserted into and attached to. Oh, I need to fix that on my train body. The bottom right here. Don't want the top. And there it goes. And I hit apply. Now, if you were following my videos and made the same mistake as I did, where I had the bottom of that hole go to a point, you need to fix that because it's not right. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to open up my train body, and I'm going to find that hole, which was the very first hole I did, double click on it, and make that a flat bottom. Okay. And then return back. Okay, now that since I've done a hole on it and I did an insert, what that did is it pretty much locked it into place, and you can see here I can't click. I can move the whole. I can't move anything right now. Let's try this. Nothing is moving. It is all locked down. So there is where my train set goes, and I am done with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is the hitch magnet and the hitch peg. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the hitch magnet, and once again I only need one of them, so I hit OK. Now the thing is, what the hitch magnet is this is a toy train, and this is a little magnet that allows the train car to attach to the cars and such behind it. It's located right here. I need this magnet to be attached to this surface right here, so I'm going to constrain, and I'm going to do a mate of that surface to the surface, and then I hit apply. Now it can move around anywhere in here, but it's locked to this plane of motion. And without even meaning to, I have now constrained the two center axes of that, and I think that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm not going to undo it. I'm just going to hit apply, and I'm going to hit cancel so I don't accidentally do anything else. There we go. So you can see I can take the magnet, try move it around. It does not move. It is in place where we want it to be. So now I need to put the hitch peg in. Sorry, magnet peg. It's not that. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is place my hitch peg. I need one of those, and I want to rotate the hitch peg like that, because that's about how it goes in. And then I'm going to constrain, and I am going to do a insert, and what I want is this. Oops. I want to make sure that I am getting that bottom part right there is where I want to be touching. This is why black is not necessarily always a good choice. It's kind of hard to see things. Excuse me. That part right there. And then I hit apply. Cancel. And take it home. And as you can see, I can't drag, move that peg anywhere. It's all locked down. So I am now good to go with that.